Hi everyone, this is Lillian. Like I said, I was going to come to you with a little video of how to use the Chuckology products. I just finished this sign about 10 minutes ago. The products are easy to work with and I find them to be completely amazing. I used the Chuckology paste to create the sign with the transfer, which is drying right now. Like I said, I did it 10 minutes ago. The paste is water-based and it goes on wet and it dries hard. And as you can see, if you have little ones and you create the sign, they can touch it and it doesn't smudge. It is completely dry and you cannot damage it at all unless you spray a little bit of water on it. So I will do that so you can see. Just take a little bit of water, spray it, wait about 20 seconds or so, and then you can wipe it off with a paper towel. Let me get my little paper towel. Actually, I have one right here. Like I said, they have plenty of colors. They have chalkboards. This is magnetic as well as a frame chalkboard that I have. Let me go on and wipe this. It just needs a little bit of elbow grease, but as you see, it comes off. And it's all new again. Just like that. And then you can design something else with a different transfer. I love it. It's cool. It's completely cool. Okay, as you saw, that came off perfectly. Now I'm ready to create another project. I'm going to use this framed chalkboard. This is also magnetic. I'm going to be using this transfer, the bloom transfer. But before I use it, they recommend that you write back on the back of the transfer so you know which side to put the transfer back on when it finishes drying. Because like I said before, these transfers are reusable. And this transfer as well, as you see this line right here and around here, it can be cut so that you can use them, like this is the outline and this is the base of the flower. So let me do that. Now this company started by Kickstarter about 2 years ago, and it launched to the public last year in July. So it's a fairly new company, and they're doing extremely well because obviously the product is amazing. Like I said, they have inks as well, and the inks you can use on fabric. You can make pillowcases. You can put them on t-shirts, baby onesies, and you can use these same transfers to use with the Couture inks, which is pretty cool. Now, these Chuckology paste, you can use them to decorate not only chalkboard, that's how the company started, but you can also use it on wood, metal, glass, mirrors, tiles, whiteboards, pretty much anything, which I think is pretty cool. I'm gonna take this off. So yeah, I mean, it's amazing. I love it. Let me write back on this one. So I'm going to start with peeling this back. It's a little tricky at first. Oh my. Okay. So I'm not sure if you can see, but these little designs have a screen in them. So it's like a silk screen. So it's not the same thing as the vinyls that you see out there. Look at this. This is probably not going to be centered, but I'm just doing it to show you how easy it is to use. Now when you lie this down, you want to get the bubbles out of the screen part. It doesn't really matter if it's in the blue area, as long as there's no bubbles where the design is, you're good. You can also use the little squeegee to make sure you get the bubbles out. Now, I think I'm going to use the pink, the bubble gum, for the flowers. These have a little lid on top of it to keep it from getting dry. Now I use these little makeup stirrers to stir the paste. You want like a yogurt type consistency to use the paste. If it's a little harder, you can do a little drops of water, no more than 1/4 teaspoon, and mix it until you get your consistency. Now I can actually use this to place it on the flowers. And a little of this goes a long way. I was surprised on how little you really need. And then the excess you can scrape off with your little squeegee and put it back in the container. I think I have a bubble there that I didn't see. Let me see how this is gonna work, because I did not see that bubble. And you want to work a little quickly because the paste does dry, and if it dries on the silk screen, it will harden there and you won't get a clean transfer at all. So you want to try to work a little swiftly, and then take it off and put it in water, in a water bath. And I know I went above the transfer, which is okay because this is water based and I can take it off. So it's good. It's okay to make mistakes when you're working on this chalkboard. So you make sure you get the little excess and put it back in. And you want to peel this off and put it in a water bath so that it does not dry in the silk screen. It didn't go through because I had a bubble. But that's okay, like I said. This is my first time and I can easily take it off with water. I'm just placing this in a water bath. And now I can take a piece of paper towel and spray this and just get these areas. See? So it's okay to make mistakes. You don't have to be scared. It's very forgiving. Now, I know that didn't completely transfer because there was a bubble. So that's why you have to make sure there's no bubbles where the screen is. Now, I'll do this one, which is the outline of the flowers. And you want to try to line this up the best you can. So bear with me. And you know what I did? I didn't make sure this was dried. I forgot to do that. That's Okay. When you're doing a 2-layer project like this, you have to make sure that the first layer is dry, and I did not do that. That was my mistake. So I'm just going to continue. What I'm going to do is going to take my little dryer, heat dryer here, and dry it up. Let me make sure. Yes, this is dry. I'm going to place this on. What I love about this is that it's very forgiving, which I like. So it's like you can start over again with no problem, and you didn't damage the chalkboard or anything. That didn't line up perfectly, but that's okay. Now let me make sure this time that I'm going to use my angled brush, that all the bubbles are out of the area where the design is. Alrighty. Now this time I'm going to use the white paste. Again, you should stir it up and make sure you have that yogurt type consistency, which this looks perfect. Now let me use this to spread it around. Now remember, try to work a little swiftly so it doesn't dry on you. You don't want it to dry on the screen part. So I'll use the other side of this. Again, I went out the line of this transfer, which is okay. What's probably a good idea is to tape it off the edges, so if you do go over, you don't have to go back with a damp towel and remove it. Put the excess back in the jar. Let me get that little corner. Okay. Now let me get this. Since it's a new transfer, it's very sticky. You can fuzz it before using it, which I did not do. Fuzzing it is just using like a terry cloth on the back a couple of times so you can add a little fuzz to it so it won't be so sticky. Now I went out of the line a little bit. Sorry for my dogs. Let me just wipe this off. See, there you go. And there you have it. And if you let it dry, It's dry. Look, it does not come off unless you wet it again. Now again, when I did the first layer, I did not wait for it to dry. That's why it's kind of peeling off, but I think it looks pretty cool. It looks distressed. And there you go. There you have it. I'm going to put the bloom on real quick. Let me write back on this. Sorry, I have a house full of dogs. I have actually 4. And they love to be with me. So they're making noises. One wants to get out. Let me put this here. It's not really lined up very well, but like I said, this is just for the purpose of showing you guys how easy the product is to work with. Let me make sure there's no bubbles in the screen area. And for this, I'll probably use, just to use another color, the school bus yellow. Let me get another stir stick and remove the protective lid. This is not really, okay, let's get there. Like I said, you want that yogurt type consistency. I think I want to add a little bit of water. Just spraying, not much. And stir it in there. I think that's better. And you can mix, you can use different colors. You just don't want to mix them back in the jar, multicolored. So, but I will try when I get more of my colors, because like I said, I have another order coming in, and I will, along with some more transfers, and I can make more projects that have different colors in it. I'm going to use my angled brush to spread this. Like I said, a little goes a long way. You don't need a lot at all. This jar can last you quite a while. The paste has a 2-year lifespan, shelf span, so you can have it for a while. I need some on this corner right here. Okay. Let me remove this. Some of it didn't get through on that side. So I'm going to lay this back down. Get some more of the paste. And make sure this is down. Okay. It's sticky. I should have fuzzed it before putting it down, but I didn't. I went on the edge, but like I showed you before, that's okay. I'll dry it up here. You can use hair dryer as well. No problem. And also when you are using a heat gun or a blow dryer, you don't want to put it on the transfer or next to the transfer because it could damage the transfer. So make sure the transfer is away from it before you use it. But look, the design is completely dry and cannot be messed up. And there you go. Now I hope you see why I fell in love with the product. And if you have any questions, you can contact me. And if you want to shop, I got a little thing there. If you want to shop online, I will have the link with the video to the products. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye.